Raheem Sterling had departed the fray here with just over a quarter of an hour still to play, Gareth Southgate offering him a congratulatory pat on the back as he made his way across the technical area en route to a place behind the England dugout. Plenty the forward had offered had been excellent, but, after the week he had endured, he would have pined for something more restorative than this. In his mind, the script would not have seen him booked for a second-half dive, or squirting shots from his clearest sights first wide and then high. But, in truth, perhaps this was more in keeping with recent times. The caution 7 minutes after the break had been justified for a buckle of the knees and eager tumble over Francis Uzoho after Sterling had touched the ball around Nigeria's goalkeeper. It was more a flashpoint reflecting exasperation at England's sloppy start to the second half than anything more sinister, even if every setback in these pre-tournament friendlies must serve as an education for more competitive occasions ahead. Neither should it detract from Sterling's overall display. England consider him key to their attacking approach, a skillful, darting presence to unsettle and stretch opponents, creating space for Harry Kane and those marauding from midfield to exploit. To that end, he succeeded in fulfilling his role. Initially tracked by the aggressive Ogenye, who had matched him for pace in one early sprint, Sterling had quickly identified William Troost-Ekong as far more vulnerable prey in the visitors' backline and concentrated his sprints in the space occupied by the Bursaspor centre-half. Some of his interplay, particularly with the overlapping wing-backs or Southgate's two attack-minded number 8s, was exquisite. So much he mustered carried a threat, unnerving Nigeria's backline, who were forever wary of the space on the shoulder into which the forward would scurry. Once away, there would be no catching him. What Wembley witnessed was a player relishing the opportunity to play. The England setup had sought to shield the 23-year-old in the build-up, players flinging a protective arm around their teammate. The frenzied reaction in some sections of the media to the new gun tattoo on his right leg had stung the camp, perhaps more than the player, who has grown used to such coverage. Southgate had actually been more disappointed in the forward's tardiness when originally linking up with the squad, after he missed a connecting flight en route back from a holiday in Jamaica and arrived 12 hours late. The manager admitted prior to kick-off that he had contemplated dropping Sterling for this fixture on the basis of that untimely pang of unprofessionalism. Maybe 10 days ago there were doubts, he had said. I had a good discussion with him, and my initial instinct was, what's right for the whole team, but then, as the week's gone on, he's come under fire, and I think it was important for me to protect him, and have faith in him. He's strong. He's desperate to play football, he wants to get on with his game. His attitude and approach to training have been excellent. I'm looking forward to seeing him play. He would have purred from the dugout at plenty offered up by the Manchester City player. There was the sharp spin-off of a befuddled Troost-Ekong early on to collect Dele Alli's fine slide rule pass from deep-lying midfield, the sprint taking him unchecked into the box only for him to clip his shot over the advancing Uzoho and wide of the far post. That prompted a rueful look to the heavens, his craving for a third international goal unquenched, with further frustration as, having been supplied again by Ali, he tracked back onto his left as his marker slid in but battered his attempt marginally over the crossbar. Kane, skimming a shot through Uzoho, was more ruthless, though it had been Sterling's twist on the edge of the area and calmly placed pass along the top of the box that had presented the captain with his chance. Nigeria struggled to cope with Sterling's pace and movement. What it was all lacking was the finish, a criticism that could be laboured at England as a collective. There is so much vibrant attacking intent in this side, their link-ups and combination play thrilling at times. Messi, Lingard and Ali can clearly thrive in the same lineup, while there is pace aplenty down either flank provided by the wingbacks. Yet their goals here were plundered from an early set-piece and courtesy of Yuzoho's mistake. Sterling scored an eye-catching tally in the league at City last year, yet he has not registered for his country since benefiting from Jamie Vardy's cross to tap in his team's second against Estonia in October 2015. There have now been 20 scoreless caps since that Euro 2016 qualifier, and that drought, more than any tattoo or reprimand for tardiness, will trouble the player most of all. The hope is that the script will be far kinder in Russia.